ESPN suggests the New York Jets could be trading away their superstar running back, Breece Hall. Could they possibly trade him to an AFC East rival, the New England Patriots? Might be a little bit of a far stretch, but depends on what we offer him. And I will have a possible trade position at the back half of this show that I will ask you guys how you feel about it. But first, I do need to ask you guys to help us reach 25,000 loyal subscribers here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. We need 174 more to go. Let me tell you, this is the month to be subscribed to this channel. In May, if you're tired of me, feel free to unsubscribe. But this is the NFL draft month. I need you guys fully locked in. Go on ahead, hit that sub button for me if you guys haven't already. Why would the New York Jets be thinking about trading away their top running back? That's because contract extensions are around the corner. And Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner, and Breece Hall are all eligible for a contract extension. This is a no-brainer. Obviously, they're going to extend Garrett Wilson. Now, whether or not Justin Fields can make Garrett Wilson a 1,000-yard receiver, we'll have to see. Sauce Gardner, same thing. When you have the offensive rookie of the year and the defensive rookie of the year, you probably extend them both. So that leaves Breece Hall kind of out in the wind, floating in between possibly getting an extension or finding a new team. And I think he realizes that because Breece Hall then went on social media and tweeted out this meme of a monkey smoking a cigarette. This could be interpreted in many different ways, but ultimately I'm taking it as Breece Hall is looking at this thinking, you know what? I think it might be time for me to head out. So now there are ESPN analysts out there suggesting that right now they take advantage of Breece Hall, who's at probably his prime as a 23-year-old running back, and see what they could get for him in a trade proposal. And I think regardless, whether the Jets decide to trade to us or not, New England should be interested. Fully 110% interested in Breece Hall as a running back for the New England Patriots. Because what he is able to put up year over year is showing potential. It's showing growth that I don't think he has fully unlocked just yet. I mean, look at Saquon Barkley. Not comparing the two, but clearly he was not being utilized the right way in the New York Giants system. Then he goes to Philadelphia and absolutely unleashes and leads them to a Super Bowl along with Jalen Hurts. I think that Breece Hall, who is a great running back, may have just outlived his time in a New York Jets uniform because they also have Braylon Allen, who they seem to really enjoy that 1-2 punch, kind of like the Detroit Lions do, but maybe they just stick with Allen because he's not ready for a contract extension just yet. Breece Hall, it's either pay him or trade him. And I think they end up trading him. And I do think the Patriots will be interested in a guy like Breece Hall because we already know that Mike Vrabel wants to draft the running back later this month. So clearly he wants to add to the running back room despite having Ramondre Stevenson and Antonio Gibson already in uniforms. But we also know that Ramondre Stevenson, he might be up in the air a little bit just because of how bad he played last year. Now I understand he played to his standard because the offensive line was terrible, so I'm not fully putting it on himself, but I am not sure how much trust you can have in Ramondre to lead you for 17 games. When he fumbled 7 times last year, when he spent more times behind the line of scrimmage because he couldn't get any burst going, and he just seemed like he ran out of gas. And without having that trust in Ramondre, Antonio Gibson is not your running back one. He's not. So I'm afraid that they decide to bench Ramondre later in the year because he's not living up to the standard, and now you're left without a star running back, which is why Breece Hall would be a good solution. So I'll ask you guys this. Should the Patriots trade for Breece Hall right off the bat? Type T for trade, type P for pass. I know some of you guys might think that Ramondre can have a good year now that we're bulking up our offensive line. Maybe give him one more chance. Or take the opportunity while it presents itself and trade for Breece Hall. But is he going to be traded? That is another big fat question mark. They could pull a nice little Bengal situation where you're thinking there's no way they can afford Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins, and then boom, they pay everybody. But the latest information here on the Breece Hall rumors is it sounds like the Jets are really starting to like the idea of possibly dishing out a trade. And a Jets beat reporter, Zach Rosenblatt, he actually did give the latest information here on Breece Hall, saying there is some big logic to the idea of moving Hall in a trade right now, especially if the Jets don't intend to sign him to a long-term deal, which I haven't heard anything that they do. He's only 23, a legitimate playmaker capable of scoring anytime he touches the ball, which sounds fantastic for the Patriots offense. He'll be 3 years removed from ACL surgery in October, and he's become one of the NFL's best pass-catching backs. Sounds great for Drake May. Hall is also 15th in rushing yards, though he's declined across the board in the running game. Well, he's also got his carries pretty much split in half because now he's switching with Braylon Allen. So I do think that Breece Hall, once again, is not being utilized the way that he should in New York, which is why having a pass-catching running back, which we do utilize from Andre Stevenson a few times out there in some nice wheel routes and some jet sweeps, so I know that we have an offense that can utilize a running back with his skill set, but we have to make sure the trade is enough to get the New York Jets to bite, because why in the hell would they trade Breece Hall to the New England Patriots? That just seems very counterproductive because we play the Jets twice in a year. And I do know that if they are looking to trade Breece Hall, they're going to be trying to get as much possible out of the 23-year-old who is ranked in the NFL as a top running back. So what would it take to get this AFC rival to trade with us? We'll talk about it in a minute. First, I do want to tell you guys about the official ticketing partner of Patriots Today by Chat Sports, Game Time. If you guys are looking to go see the Patriots play later this year, then download the Game Time app. Not to mention, playoff season is right around the corner for both basketball and hockey, and I want you guys to be there for the Celtics and the Bruins, and also go catch a game, grab a hot dog with the Boston Red Sox. The number one reason why I love using Game Time is because I love the fact that you can see the view from your seat in the app before you buy with a nice panoramic 180-degree view, making sure you're not sitting behind a pole, making sure you're not too close to the men's restroom. You know exactly what you're getting. And you're also going to get lowest price guaranteed. Now, I do not buy anything full price, so if I know Game Time is looking out for me and they use Game Time picks to make sure that they are giving me the best deal with the best seat in the arena, stadium, whatever, that's why I love using Game Time. Go see your favorite teams play, your favorite athletes, your favorite artists. Doesn't matter. If you need a ticket to get in, Game Time's got you covered. Go on ahead and download the Game Time app. You want to use promo code CHATSPORTS. This is going to give you guys $20 off your first time buying tickets while terms do apply. Again, download the Game Time app, create an account, use promo code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first time buying tickets. Terms apply. Download Game Time today because what time is it? It is game time. The Patriots would have to work a little bit harder for a trade to land Breece Hall than possibly a Dallas Cowboys or a Pittsburgh Steelers, and that's because they're going to try and ask to trade him in division. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it could be kind of crazy. So I've noticed a lot of propositions out there are asking for a Breece Hall and a third-round pick, maybe a fourth. But I propose this. We give them Breece Hall, we get Breece Hall, and we give the New York Jets a third-round pick via Atlanta, so you still have a third-round pick, and then you give them the fifth-round pick that you did acquire for Joe Milton, and you still have another fifth-round pick. So you're essentially giving up the extra draft picks that you have acquired from the Joe Milton and the Matthew Judon trade. So you can still pick in the third, still pick in the fifth, and you acquired Breece Hall. Now, this looks really, really appealing to the New York Jets, who are clearly trying to rebuild something on offense. And I think they may possibly hear us out on this. But let me ask you guys, would you accept this trade? Type A for accept, type D for decline. To trade for Breece Hall, you give away 2 draft picks that you acquired via a trade, and you keep your strategy the same in the NFL draft. Go on ahead and let me know in the comment section down below. I obviously would be okay with that draft, with that type of trade, but I just think it's a little too far-fetched for me. I really do not see the New York Jets, who are on the same struggle bus as the New England Patriots right now to get to the playoffs, giving us their top running back. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It truly sounds like a Joe Schoen give away Saquon Barkley to the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'm going to lose sleep at night if he goes to the Eagles. That's the kind of deal it seems to me. So I think it's a little bit of a stretch right now. But I do know the Patriots are making huge statement moves this year by signing players like Robert Spillane, Harold Landry, Stephon Diggs, Morgan Moses. So I do think that Mike Vrabel, as confident and as aggressive as he has been in free agency, I do think if the Jets make a statement that they are open to receiving calls about a Breece Hall trade, I do think Mike Vrabel and Elliott Wolf will at least reach out and see what it would take. It might take something like that I just showed you, or maybe even a little bit more. So if anything does happen with Breece Hall and the Patriots making a trade, I will talk about it right here on Patriots Today by Chad Sports. If you guys haven't already, go on ahead and hit that sub button for me.